have a lot of proce- processes in my life, and not too many results. And I feel good, but I understand that I have small crises, personal crisis in my life, and that's good to understand, because I think, wow, why don't I see results? Why don't I like what I see here? I'm very grateful. I understand that it's a great period of my life, Anya, but I understand that I have to change something, because probably everyone have such periods in lifetime.
Absolutely,
like,
yes, we do.
I do, like anyone.
Sure.
And sometimes you think, what should I do with my life? What should I? Where should I? It's something like this, and probably you understand what I'm talking about. This everything is good.
Yes.
I'm not going to say something negative or something like this. Everything is good, but I understand that something missing in my life, and it's good to realize that, Anya.
Wow, Basha, you just have my highest respect for saying that, because I know you very well now. It's almost a year we're doing all these videos, and I know you as a person, so your personality, because we discussed so many things, like really deep. And for the person like you to say this, it's very brave. It's very admirable to admit basically the normal thing, that it's not as good as it seems, which is perfectly okay, because you are not the only one. We all have this in our lives. And literally, I was and still on going through probably very similar process. That's why I made a really conscious decision not to post too many details publicly, because I realized that affects the quality of my life, and what I'm getting out of it is a lot less that I'm putting in, like putting your life on social media. That's why it's became like a big decision for me to stop doing many things I was doing and to start other things that I was not doing enough, that directly will affect my life. But what you did is like the most fundamental and the most important step is taking responsibility. And instead of blaming anyone and anything, that's what usually people do. They feel this crisis, or they feel depressed, and the first thing they do, they look around and start to find someone to blame or something. The government, my family, my boss, my colleagues, my friends, they don't understand me, they're not good enough, and they're feeling that it's something, they're like a victim of these circumstances. But people like you are very different. And it is really important to make this decision, that to actually just be honest and admit that it's part of life. You know, like in life we have different seasons. It's for the reason. Sometimes we have good weather, beautiful, sometimes not. And that's what you can do about this. You just have to live through that and deal with it, prepare for that, adjust your life for that situations. And another thing that probably is going to make you feel good about everything that you were saying is that all the great biographies and people, when you see how successful they are, how happy they are in their financial situation, they're multimillionaires, they have beautiful, wonderful families, and they have they're very healthy, and they're living very rich, full, and happy life. And then you look closer, start talking to them, and oh my God, a lot of them, they went through bankruptcy, They went through a very, very like big like problem crises in life involved, like separation, divorces, depression. They were depressed, and many people are really happy. At some point in their life, they were thinking about like suicidal attempts and like that I want to just finish my life. And you know that happens quite often. Um, and maybe because of that crisis, because of this experience, they were able to take additional steps to get out of their like this hole that they think they are in, and to start working harder. And a lot of things that they seem like what you said, that everything is not that bad. Like we are still alive, very much, and we're still um, have everything we possibly need to change them. So it's not really the life circumstances, it's not facts, but it is our perception of it and our attitude.
Yeah, Anya, thank you very much for your support for everything you just said, because absolutely I agree with you that I understand that I'm responsible for my results.
Yeah.
And they're everything all together. I want to increase my results in financial,
Yes.
in finances. I want to improve my personal development with my girlfriend as well. And all together, when I think about that, I have to improve this, and also I have improved that, and I don't really know what to start from. But it's good to be able to see that situation from a little bit different
perspective.
Yeah, and it's like next step to the stairs. It's not easy, but you understand you have to keep going. You have to do what you're capable to do.
Yes.
And you see that you have all opportunities, all support you need.
Totally.
But yeah, I teach that for on my seminars and trainings, Anya, to have clear picture, to write down goals, to have plan to achieve that.
Yeah.
But I understand that sometimes I should to see my situation from that position, and it's good. And I agree with you that challenges and difficult situations are just stepping points, just learning experience, lessons to analyze, to improve something, to do something different. What did I do? What did I do right? What did I do wrong? How can I improve this next time?
Yeah.
And that's good to be more conscious about that. And yesterday I had opportunity to be as a guest on TV studio, and I had and a lady interviewed me through for and audience was very big, and I understand that I should to prepare for that. She sent me some questions, but maybe a couple of hours before, and when I read them, I understand what I'm going to say. And when I was in the studio, Anya, I don't know what's happened. I forgot everything.
Yeah. Well, it's a new situation.
Is a key to success in everything in life, and I understood that again yesterday. But not only TV preparation in all areas of life. It's very important.
Yes, I absolutely agree with you on that. But it's new experiences, and there's so many things that I am doing right now for the very first time in my life. And let me admit, I'm very scared doing that, because my mind, I just don't even know what to expect. But then I just realized that fear really will not help, because it's an emotion that it's very healthy to experience, but it's not healthy to get stuck in that. So even if I admit that it happens, I try to look around for absolutely for anything that can get me out of this to something positive. Even I see like outside it's a beautiful day, nice sun is bright, it's shining, and it's summer. So I want to get out and at least just breathe this fresh air, or call a friend, and thanks God I have such a great support of my dear friends, and or read or listen something inspirational. It just break through that, because these thoughts of yourself like being like less than you're capable of, they're not very healthy. And you probably know that well, that you are who you think you are. But I'm not talking about like really like tricking yourself. It's you have to be honest. You don't have to pretend that everything is okay, because that's a big mistake that people are doing. And like all the success coaches, and sometimes this is like an image. A person is super successful and everything's so good and so great in their life. And especially I realized how different the people's lives are on Facebook and off Facebook. Oh my God, that's why I am exchanging so many photos and messages and everything with my dear friends off Facebook, because it really does not indicate the true idea. And reading about how awesome and great people went on vacation and have their achievements and their like happy times, reading about that really is a really important factor in feeling depressed. It's clinically proven. So it's not really healthy not only to post something, but also to read about other people's lives, which like everything, like in Instagram, there's a filter, or there's in the phone there's a settings. So if you take a photo, it's not bright enough, it's dark, it's not very interesting. So you go to like settings, you do a couple of adjustments. You just think, okay, I just make it brighter, I might make myself look good. This part I don't like, I'll just cut it, and I'll just have this perfect image with a good, color. My face could look like really like healthy and bright and all. And you take maybe 15 pictures, but you choose one which is like most perfect, and then you put even that picture out of many, that people would think that you look like this all the time. I've done it. I've been there. I've done it many times until it got me in trouble, because people have very distorted, like not accurate idea of who you are. And even friends that they know you go, wow, you check travel all the time. You have this amazing lifestyle. But all I have is like living a life with all normal amount of ups and downs in there. And there's nothing really that extraordinary that other people would not do, but it seems this way. So I think the more we concentrate on actually living our life, not really like posting about it, the better quality of our life will be. What do you think?
Yeah, I agree with you, and I just start to think about my situation, and I just want to post everything. But now I start to eliminate all of this, and I just, I'm going to post this. But, okay, stop, don't do this right now. And it's good, Anya. And what you said before, I absolutely agree. And sometimes I think about myself, am I worthy to do all of this?
Yeah.
Because sometimes I have such thoughts. Can I teach all of this? I am not an owner or CEO of million company or something like this. But it's good to realize that you study this, you have results, and you can do this because that's your experience and your thoughts.
Absolutely, yes. Because I think when I read people's biographies and there's some like presentation and everything, it seems so perfect. Then on the back of my mind, I have doubts. It's really, if that's all true, that everything's perfect, they have these great results. Feels like even like you feel like your own life which is normal, it's a little, you feel in comparison that like, oh, I'm just a little bit intimidated of that. I'm a little bit scared. What will they think of me? And it just somehow it stops, and you stop. There's no connection between people, because the real connection and communication is based on honesty. And this is connection when you show not only your brilliant, your wonderful, successful, and shining side, but also your vulnerable side, which is so, so very special. And that's why we have true friends, right? So that's how we can be ourselves. It's the biggest luxury in life, because totally being trapped in that success, in this image, it's full-time job. You cannot do anything else in life. And sometimes you just have to be yourself, relax. You relax your mind from being like having all the stress, and from just like really be yourself and feeling that it's okay. That things that really do matter. Everything else, today you're super successful, have great results. 5 years later, people will forget about you. And then you will be left with your life, what you got in your life, what's left of it anyway. And that could be sad. So it's perfectly okay. And well, there's so many ways that to change life, of course, but sometimes you don't have to use any of this. Sometimes you have to take your time and be very selective with what you do, and just look at it honestly, and then say what you can, what would you do differently? Like, first admit that everything that is done, that it is done. So that's already, you have your way. There's many things that you did. You can be very, very much proud of it. And now you are in the present moment. What's happening here? So stop living in the past or the present or the future. I think that's what because I only can tell you what I was going through. That's my experience. And I think the most unhappy I felt is when I was disconnected from the present moment. When I was either thinking about everything about the past that was I could do different, this regrets and things, that experiences that I no longer have, but I miss them. It was not very healthy. Or I was thinking about the future. It scares me. It's uncertain. I don't know it yet, but it might be, I may be in trouble. You know what? We don't know. And then I just thought of it, and I had this mind. And with the thought, I went to yoga class. And I had this amazing yoga teacher who inspired me so much. And we talked after class, and then he told me that, Anna, you are living too much in your past or in your future. You're not living enough in the present moment. And we did this exercise when we basically, she just made me, like, they told me, can you just, like, not only breathe, because we will never stop breathing. We always, to live, we breathe. But can you be aware of your breath, like how you breathe? Don't change it, but just look, like observe, what's it like? Are you breathing deep or short, or how is that? And then I put my attention to like inside my world. Everything that, how you sit, can you feel the floor under your feet? Can you, what air feels like? Was it too cold or too warm? What's the temperature? All you have to just turn on the senses. Well, you see the light, and then you see just even if you have this fear inside you, can you just look closer? If it would be in something like a color, what color that would be? And I think, wow, it's more like a gray color, whatever, dark, something that is big. Can you just like really like watch it, take it out of your like body mentally? And we did all this exercise, and oh my God, what a difference I felt after. And then I walked out with just only one thought. Oh my God, right now, like right this moment, I'm still alive, still living and breathing. And maybe all that matters. So right now, this moment, is somebody's trying to kill me? No. is I am like starving, don't have enough food. No. Um, and all these things that my life, I realized, okay, my life is not in danger. Just right now, I can look around. The sun is shining. There is no like, catastrophe in the world. I just realized, look at my phone, there are like 20 messages from my friends that they care about me, and this was really important. And my family that I'm going to see soon. I'm very, very happy about this. And this all things that really true matter. Everything else, just very insignificant part of life. And this thought is like was awakening. You just like wake up. You're just missing the most important part. Being in the moment. Like right now, I'm feeling like well, I can just tell you that I feel like I'm sitting on my chair. It's very comfortable. The temperature is perfect. I am looking at the computer. I'm looking at you. So I'm talking. I'm just really well aware that I'm right here having with you this conversation. We're listening very like attentively. So I invite you to try this. Just what do you experience? You just tell. Let's just do this exercise and see how that will work for both of us. What do you experience? Like, well, just tell me. Describe what you feel in senses, like being in the moment. So what's going on?
Wow, I know that's good exercise, and
Yeah.
it's difficult to describe that. I just
It's more easier for men than
every,
more easier for
every
women than for men. But still.
I try to understand what you're talking about. Every cell of my body is here right now, and I just realize that I have new insights about all aspects of my own life. What you're talking about, to live in a present.
Yeah.
There is no past,
Right.
it's just memory, and
Exactly.
there's no future. We don't know what's happening tomorrow or in an hour.
Totally.
But I agree with you. Most people worry about that already happened,
Yeah.
and they cannot do anything with that, or even never can happen. But they worry, oh, if it's going to do, and what should I do next, or and it's great to understand that our life is just here, right now.
Yeah.
And it's very important. It's not easy to understand. It's not easy to live like this because you never done this before. But
Right.
it's a practice. It's another skill, that learnable skill.
Absolutely.
And
yes.
when you focus on the moment, when you focus on reading a book or writing a letter or be in a deep conversation with friend,
Right.
you have something different. You taste food. You smell. You're in another state of mind or in state of body. And I want to add, Anna, there is a nice quote about feedback. That feedback is breakfast for champions.
Okay,
and
can you tell me more?
Yeah, and you said before that our thoughts are just cause, and results in life are effect.
Yes.
And it's very nice to understand that what you have in life, that's a result your actions and thoughts in the past, what you did before.
Yes. Yes.
And the universe is a neutral. It's not positive. It's not negative.
Right.
And but you can choose what's the universe for you.
Yeah.
It can be positive for you because you believe that the universe helps you. The universe is very friendly for you, and you see the results.
Care of you. Yeah.
Everything in life, you see. Wow, really, people help me. Wow, that's happened very good for me and for Riza. But another person living in the same universe, in the same house, in the same city and country, can say, "Oh, the universe is not really good," and that person will see that he is right as well. As a quote by probably Albert Einstein said, that if you think you are right or think you are wrong, either way you are. Oh, if you how did he say? If you think you're
person or not, then you're right. Maybe, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. For example, if you think that it's true or think it's false or something, either way you're right. Or
okay. Yes.
Or bad. You see everything in life, and we create that in our own life.
True.
We have in life not that things that we want to.
Mm-hmm.
We have in life what we believe.
Oh yes.
So our belief systems are very, very, very good subject. Probably we can talk about this later. But what we believe, we have. Not everything what we write down or we think we want. Mm-hmm. If you don't believe that you can be or have or do, you probably cannot do that.
That's true. That's, I think, what you have to start with, your belief system, because you cannot trick your subconscious, right? So you try to manipulate in the inner world, you try to change things. I know that people are very, like I know some people are very unhappy with their job, and they think, okay, I'll just quit my job, change the jobs, and I'll have a new boss, and my life will be very different. And they do that. And it doesn't work for them because they got themselves into more trouble. And then they do it again, they break it off, they start another job, but they don't realize the problem is them. And if one person cannot make them feel good and happy, then nobody can. We try to think we need more money for our living. We need something that is like better and better and better. And it's probably a good goals to follow, but you have to realize why. It's a really important question, why you're doing what you're doing. And it's how you somehow just your subconscious, like everything is there, all the resources, it will all really lead you towards this the goal that you truly have. Because if you're denying it, if you think, oh, I just maybe I want it because everybody wants it, then it's not the right goal for you. You'll never be happy. That's what we have to start. What is going to make me feel good? And what is for you to feel good? Is it being having enough time to spend with or doing things you like, with the people that you like? Is it being in good health, being happy, being feeling truly that you deliver value to people? What it really is. What is that for you? And once you answer this question, then every action that you take will get you closer, and it will be easier to overcome all obstacles and everything once you just know why you're doing that. And our resources are so unlimited. I think we're capable of so much. And many times in my life, I was shocked, completely, wow, is it really me? If going back 5 years ago, if somebody would tell me I will be doing what I'm doing right now, wow, I would never believe that. Really, how much you can really grow, and how much you can change your life situation. What are you capable of? It's like you're sleeping and you're not really living the life. And then at one time, you just have to really wake up and take control. Because if you do not wake up, if you continue living this life autopilot, then first of all, you will end up where other people want you, not where you want to be. And you'll never be happy because you will only be following other people, and you will be very, very disappointed with life and with yourself. And people who are doing that all their life and they get too old, then it's forever. So at some point you can still change things. At some point it's too late to change everything. I mean, I do believe it's possible to change even if you're 90 years old because you're still alive. It's still possible, but it's just a lot more work. to do. And the younger you start, then the easier it is. And then you have this inner strength and resources. Like right now, I don't even know like how I can act and do everything I'm doing right now. But then I look back like, yes, because I took this online seminar, I did this training, I read this book, I was talking to this person, I did that things in the past. Wow, that's how I know. Because people who are listening to us, they think, wow, you have so much wisdom, you have so much, like, wow, it's all, you're just giving so much value. Uh, it's just where you just happen to be born this way. Like, no, it's it's constant learning process. It's re-evolving,
Yeah.
reinventing yourself.
Anya,
This is
and
important.
what is your motivation? What what do you understand my question?
Yeah.
I mean,
What drives me, right?
yeah,
What makes
what
me
drives you? Yeah.
I think honestly that would be like I maybe self-respect and self-love. I think when you truly respect and love yourself, then you um, just do not agree on things, on the living miserable life. And that's how you think, okay, well, if I'm a good person and I do good things for other people and I love myself and respect myself, then I deserve more, better, and somehow I think it's the best that I try to do would motivate me to go towards something, not away from something. Because if you have a negative motivation, then you just want to um, uh, just get out of somewhere, then it's not really going to last. But for me is this awareness of my potential, that I know that I can do more than I'm doing right now, that like I'm capable of, I feel that I can do it, and it's interesting. Like I would rather just explore and get results just for the fun of it, just to see how everything works. It's just like more like a game. I don't really take it seriously, but it's more interesting when you wake up with a purpose. What I'm going to do today to get towards my goal. It will be interesting. So maybe I'll have a different goal after that, but just something inside that, why not? I mean, that would be fun to um, just see what I can do. And then get another additional reason to be proud of myself. You know, you just have to this like have this respect, because I know that if I will not do that, then it's really difficult to live your life knowing that you could and have regrets. I don't want to have any regrets. I'd rather have memories. And that's probably just you just think that I feel like, wow, every day it's such a great thing that happened to me. That the greatest thing that happened to me was I was born, and I believe that I was born to be happy. And it's two parts of it is being happy in the moment, and also because no matter what, whatever circumstances, whatever is happening in my life, I am feeling happy. It's like I have to really just really work hard on that, just to kind of be honestly say that I'm happy. And the second thing, that I want to be happy and proud because of results. So they kind of, you get life results, and it's the greatest motivation, because we need, like our subconscious, we need something, like a solid base, like like something to just kind of like the facts. Because if you just sit in a yoga pose all day and meditate and telling yourself life is beautiful and I'm happy and I'm wonderful, but then you don't do anything else, then it's kind of still you're tricking your subconscious. Like in many yoga instructors and very enlightened people, they struggle in life. But when you are able to um, just um, like see, wow, that I'm doing, that I'm taking a plane and go there, and then I have work. There's so many people admire you. People, you make a difference in this world with your charity work, with your accomplishment, with your business. you make the difference, and you see, wow, I have this like solid accomplishment, like it's really, really real, or this person that I admire so much and have so much respect for, they told me that they respect me and like me a lot too. And wow, this is great. And so I guess it was a long answer, but did I answer your question?
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So this is like really important. Like it's without the motivation, everything doesn't make any sense, right? So you just have to just wake up and feel alive.
Yeah. Anya, just 5
Yeah.
seconds, please, because I put my battery on my computer.
Oh, right,
laptop,
okay. Yes, no problem. Yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
please.
Yes, I think it's we're making this conversation worth continuing.
Yeah.
And I'll have my tea. Great.
Anya,
Great.
I'm
Okay.
here again. Thank
Part
you very
2.
much.
Yes. That was really quite deep insight for Saturday morning. Yes. So it's but I think when you're able to share things like that, it's definitely, I think, our audience. It's not for everybody, and like not everybody would be interested in that information. They just want like quick results, quick tips. But what you and me are doing and talking about is like your deeper inner work, which is not as glamorous and not like as like looking that good, but it's just so necessary. Just changes you and makes
When
you
you share,
different
when
person.
you think about words you're going to say, you understand deeper your own situation. You understand
Totally.
deeper the world and how it works, the
Yeah.
universal laws, and it's great. It's next level, and you understand that you said before that it's never-ending process. It's you find something new, you understand something different. You and and I think every decision we make is a right decision in the moment for us, because we done this, we make that decision because we think on that position in that kind of mind and thinking that's the best decision. Probably in 5, in 3, or even in 1 year, you say, "Oh, I would done this different."
Yes.
But every decision you make, every choice you make, I think it's the right decision in the moment. What do you think about that, Anya?
I think so. Yeah, I think it's like when you're a baby. We all were the baby. That's what you can. That's what you can do, right? So sometimes first you just struggle how to walk and how to talk, and the decision was to learn how to write letters, and then it was difficult, when you were in school, what it's like to write your first word. But I mean, that's who you were, right?
And I agree with you, and I agree in your words. You said I would prefer to have memories rather than regrets.
Right.
And that's,
yes.
That's great. That's great words, because it's this position is right as well. Probably some decisions you have to make different. I agree with that, and probably you do this because, and you, or even you don't do this because of fears, because of limiting beliefs.
Sure.
And that's another process inside.
Yeah, because we are living right in this moment, and you never know what's going to happen, like a year from now, and even an hour from now. Things, they do change, and people, they're taking risks every single day, and then it's good to, whatever point of your life then it will stop, then you look back and you go, wow, I really did live. I was given this precious gift of life, and that's what I chose to do with it. And then you're not wasted this gift. You're not um, really just used it to make more like harm to other people. You created a value. You made the difference in this world just with the fact that you were born and your actions, and that there's nothing more in this world that makes you happy. Everything else doesn't matter. This all the job titles, careers, something like inner, like these things, objects, they are so meaningless compared to the feeling of the happiness and fulfillment, because I think success without fulfillment is a failure. I remember how someone said it, but that's how I feel. I know I read this, but this is also a very strong quote, that if you're, no matter how things look from the outside, if you are maybe living in a beautiful, like big home, you have like someone like very attractive to live with, and then you make good money, and some people think, oh, give me that, it's enough, it's all I need. But interesting fact is that when they did their research, that now we are really happy to live in this time in our lives where there is no war, nothing is going on, that we still have freedom, and we're not, our life is not in danger, we're not like sick, that some people have cancer or other things, or AIDS, these people are really know that they're going to die. So we're not having that, so we have to be very, very grateful. But the level of happiness among all these people is kind of the same. It has nothing to do with what you have. Imagine that there's the people that did the research, they went to the clinic where people are basically dying, and they have this diagnosis, like really serious, like cancer. And they were talking, we did interview with people, they know that they're only have like maybe a year left to live. And among them, there were people who were truly happy too. And you go to jail and see people are so limited, and they cannot do many things that we can. They cannot go outside and do whatever they want. There is really like the freedom was taken out of them. And among them, there are people who are truly happy. But then you can, yeah.
The psychologists say that we make decisions almost 95 or 100% emotionally.
True.
Then we add logic.
Yeah.
What do you think about that? And how do you make decisions, important decisions in your own life, or small decisions? Do you plan? Do you make SWOT analysis or something like this?
No, I don't do that anymore, actually, because I think the only thing that I consider like a really important factor is how it feels. Now, it's the deeper feelings and emotions that you have to really connect with yourself. And I think we were together with you in Moscow in the training with Elizaveta Babanova. She's such an amazing inspiration for me. And I think we were sitting together and did this exercise about what you want to experience, what kind of feeling. I thought it was really brilliant, so good. It changed a lot of things in my life, and I'm very grateful to her for this experience, when you just have to just know how you want to feel. Is it something that you really need? Like, for example, you want to feel happy and fulfilled and truly, like feeling secure. And a lot of people think, oh, maybe just like a lot of dreams, a lot of like advertising people think, oh, you buy the big house and that's how you're going to feel secure and happy and all. And that's a lot of people, that's what they're doing. They're going to buy the big house, a beautiful, big, very expensive home that looks good. And they're feeling very miserable because what they really want is not the house, but to feel good. And there's just so many other things that make them feel good. Just have to be like honest about what you truly want and what makes you happy every day. Like every single day, what kind of people around, what kind of circumstances, what the find this happiness in the small details. And I have very happy to have amazing friends that they share that with me. Making the delicious food at home instead of just going to the restaurant. You buy this little, like, really delicious, tasty things that you savor, have maybe a glass of wine with that, and have a home-cooked meal, and sit on the floor and talk for hours and hours about wonderful things in life. That, for me, when I did that several times with my good friends, brought so much more happiness and satisfaction than going to the most expensive restaurant in Manhattan and have this great high-end service and the menu and pay like $500 for the dinner. That truly made a huge difference, and you have to be aware of this. So this is important to like really, I think again we come to like honesty, being honest with yourself. What makes you true feel. What about you, Pasha? Is that something that when you do things, when you make those choices about things, what inspires you to, for example, like choose between like doing this interview now or doing something else, or that you make a choice between going on this trip or go to the like training seminar, read a book, or work, or spend time doing sports. What is your decision-making factor?
Yeah, I think the same, and I just start to hear my inner voice, like gut feeling about how do I feel about that. Do I really want that or not? And probably, Anya, if everything say that you can do this, that will be very good results. But if I don't feel this, I don't really want to. I don't do this, and usually I am right that I didn't. Yeah. Or the same, I want to do that. Yeah. Even everything logic say there's no success behind that. You shouldn't do that. But if I feel and I everything inside says me, I want to. That's good. Probably you should go or you should do. And usually that's right. Yeah. All answers, everything is inside of us.
True. Yeah.
And
totally.
You never know what projects will be successful, what project will be not really successful one.
Yes,
and
true.
You just go, you just live. You're living in the flow, and you feel the energy around people. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, because not making a decision is a decision.
Yeah.
And that's how, if you choose to wait and just hope that things can all sort out by themselves, usually that's a mentality of a victim, that they only get maybe they may get some results, but they will not the results that they want, but the results that kind of a leftover from the other people who are responsible, who take this very important, they make this important decision to be the author of your life, to creator of your life, and that's how they create. But something that left like after them, that they get the best of this life, and then the other things are left for people who just choose to do nothing. So that's a great inspiration to act and to do things, because it's again, it's this my deeper belief in yourself, and it's fun. And I think it's also important not to take everything too seriously. Right? So it's important to just enjoy the process, not to be tense. Yeah, just kind of, life is beautiful. Every day.
And I know you like to travel, you like to learn new things, new places, new cultures.
It's my education.
And very soon you're going to very beautiful part of the world in Italy. So, or what can you share about your plans? What you're going to do, or maybe we can talk when you go there already.
Yeah, I think, I'm pretty sure that I will have some kind of an internet there, and I'm taking my computer, of course, so we can probably do that. But I think it's most importantly is when you change this setting where you are. Well, first of all, it's my dear family that trying to go to this place to. It's like a family reunion because my father has his birthday that time. He was like 60th birthday, my sister's 30th birthday. So we were all together to celebrate. And this time, maybe for the very first time in my life, location really doesn't matter. Because I just know my parents are making this travel plans that they're going there. And it will be their small town, like a village of Rimini in the Adriatic Sea. And then I just felt like I have to be there because the connection that you have with your family is so important, like so strong. This is the support, and I truly believe it's just what I realized from my own experience, having this very deep and loving and true, like honest um, like, relationship and connection with your family and with your immediate family that you're born with. This is so important. I think without this, without having great relationship with them, you cannot really have your own personal relationship in life with really happy because that's what determines who you are. So this has been like my priority because we're very, very close. And then because I did travel a lot in my past, in my life, with so many countries in the world, that it just like you really do not think of it anything extraordinary because I do believe that we all, like citizens of this world, we were born on the planet Earth. Each country has their own peculiarities. It's just interesting when you are in like South Asia. There's one experience that you're having. It's interesting to learn. I was like in Brazil for the New Year. Like, wow, that was like really something that blew my mind. It was so different in Rio de Janeiro, and you read about it, you see, and then you walk in the streets of Copacabana Beach and see people. And I went to favelas. I did like lots of things that are not touristy at all. Tourists would not go there usually. The favelas, all this, where lots of poor people live in the villages, and you go to their house and they talk to them and you dance with them. You just do all the things that they do. God, this is experience of a lifetime. So it's less important, I think, just the location, but more important is what you actually do there. I think the people that you meet, something different. Traveling is a very important part of my life. It's just something that, and I'm maybe just because it's my life determined. This is my family live in one country. My mom and dad live in Russia. My sister lives in France, and that's how I go between all these countries. And once we are there, we take small trips, like in Europe, and I have my really important work that I'm doing in Sri Lanka. So it's all like I'm really feel that this is like important for me. And it's about what value you bring to the world. And we need to talk more with you how to do this training in Sri Lanka and just take your work and your like everything that you're doing internationally. So it's also might be another good idea to do so. So that's why it's good. It will be interesting, and I think more interesting would be to talk about this afterwards because I don't know what to expect. Because I have an open mind. Like in my life, I feel like every day I'm like born again, all over again. That I don't know what's waiting for me. What kind of experience. I'm open to all of it. But like this time, I think it's all about family. And whatever place in the world it is, really just, I think I was, never thought I would get to this point of life. But here I am right now. Because before it was all about like experience. What can I get? What can I get? What is something I need to like experience and try, and what I can get out of this traveling. take this millions of pictures, post, and everybody would know that I'm going there. And I think it's not like that anymore. And I feel much happier about this. And life just like really gives me like so many reasons to continue to feel happy. That's how it is. I think
That's why we live in this world to be happy, as you said before. That's amazing.
So that's exactly it.
To live.
Yeah, my work, my projects, they make me very happy that I know that after we're done, I will be working for a few hours before catching the plane, because that's what I really like to do, like to write, to make the difference, to connect with people, and to just know that I can possibly change someone's life, that some people changed mine. That is my main priority, as to do what people expect me to do. That's I think that's my agenda. So that's about it. Pasha, I really am grateful to you for this, for your questions. And it was a very important conversation, and I think probably feels like the most important we've ever done, because it's very honest, and because after all these great interviews that we've done, it's probably the first time when it's like the most real, that it's not, everything is not perfect maybe right now in your life and in my life, but since we admit it and we know what we want, it's up to us to do something about it, right?
Yeah, Anya, thank you very much again for everything. Yeah, this conversation was very deep, and I like it very much. Thank you very much for sharing your thoughts, your ideas, about your situation, and thank you very much for listening about my situation, about my thoughts. It's great to share. It's great to see from different point of view and to support, and it's great. It's amazing. Thank you very much.
It's really all that matters is you share with someone you can share with, right? It's not for everybody, and I know that our audience, it's not all people in this world who speak English. It's not enough just to speak English. It's also more important is to speak the same language.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, the language of really like that's something that you can relate. You know, like have this term in English, soulmate. Well, it's also like something that you just feel the same. You can things that you can relate, that you know that what you are experiencing, another person does understand. So this is there's not that many people. There are so successful like you, and then it's I mean, by success I mean it's not only the outer results, which just come naturally, but also the deep inner work that you all are doing. So we'll continue to do so.
Yes.
Thanks a lot, Pasha.
Thank you very much, and have a great day, and have a great flight.
Thanks
successful reunion with your family.
Thank you. Yeah.
Amazing time, and I look forward to talk with you very soon, Anya.
Yes,
probably
we will.
from Europe, or if you have time, and just keep me informed about everything. How's
I'm really curious what about this. So I think we'll post this video and see that it will maybe inspire someone to who is probably in a similar situation that you are and me, that something is not absolutely perfect in their life, but they want to make a difference and want to make a change, and hopefully if that will happen, then I think everything that we're doing really worth it. Pasha, you have a really good weekend. We have a productive work, and keep me posted. So it's always great to hear like your messages, to send messages, schedule interviews, and we'll talk again very soon, and probably I think hopefully sometime soon I'll see you in either in any of the countries in the world, so we just happen to be physically in one place in the same time, and we'll do another interview, but in person.
In person, that's amazing goal.
Yes.